Welcome back to the Brick Garage, everybody. So, I've got another unboxing. I think I've made a huge mistake here in trying to compare the Maximum Spider-Man and Mafex Spider-Man 185. I fell in love with those Mafex figures. Thought it was awesome. So, I've decided to get more into the Mafex figures. Anyways, without further ado, I picked up 2 more figures and I have a few more coming. So the next one I want to open is Wolverine. One of my favorite characters as a kid. I don't actually have any Wolverine figures at this point, which is kind of crazy because he was one of my favorite action figures when I was younger in the 90s. So, this is him. Looks like he comes with a pile of accessories. I've seen this guy online. Awesome articulation, so animating him in stop motion should be really cool. So, without further ado, let's get into the Mafex Wolverine. Okay, there he is. The man of action Wolverine out of the box. Looks really awesome, but I got some problems with it right off the hop. So I've heard about the quality control issues at this company. So I'm gonna show you guys a couple things I discovered right as I opened it. Peel back his shoulder pad. There's blue paint there, so I guess we've got blue paint off of the shoulder piece. And actually the first thing I noticed was, if I lean him back on his abs here, we've got a little bit more. I'll push in a little bit so you can see it. So there we go, zoomed in. You can see it a little bit clearer right here. I'll peel back that shoulder piece again so you can have another look at that right there. So yeah, that's a little disappointing on a $100 figure. I'm also not crazy about the articulation on this guy. So the 185 Spider-Man obviously would be a newer one, I would assume. That came out first, it came out later rather, given that it's 185. So maybe that's part of it. They've changed the way they put the figures together. Wolverine's very stocky, so there's maybe that side of it too, that he just doesn't move as well because he's a bulky figure. But yeah, the leg and shoulder movement isn't great. I'll show you guys that shortly. So first impressions are he looks really good. I think in the right poses, this guy's gonna look great. But yeah, a little disappointed that I'm now gonna have to contact them and see what they can do for me about paint issues. But I have read this online, that quality control is an issue with this company, so maybe that'll continue. Looking at him all the way around, looks really good. Okay, let's get into some articulation of this guy. See how he moves, and I'll show you guys what I've discovered. Straight up. Pretty good upwards. That's good head and neck. Basically straight down. Yeah, the head and neck joints in these figures are great. Okay, so being aware of these shoulder caps. That's pretty nice. Oh, whoops, look at that, eh? So those joints are on the loose-ish side. Oh god, don't break it. There we go. Good pivot up. What the heck? Okay, so I keep popping that out. I'm not sure why. There. Anyways. Seem to be able to, for whatever reason, I've just done the angle, there we go, done the angle differently on the right shoulder than the left, so that's pretty good. The arms and shoulders on these guys are good too. And this is sort of what I discovered. It's almost like from here up, this figure is more impressive. The paint apps are really nice, except for the rubbing, of course, that I discovered. And then legs, like lower body, it goes to the Marvel, definitely the new Maximum Marvel figures. Although I do like the knee joints on this guy. That's a little janky though, isn't it? See the knee pop out there. I actually have a CT figure on the way too. Oh, what's going on there? Isn't that funny? So my right leg is not... Oh, the lower knee joint is tight. Weird. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that was a weird thing too. So not bad on the lower part of the knee. And then of course you do have the drop down waist joint here, which is good. That gives you some extra range of motion. Everything is from the ab crunch as far as twist is concerned for the upper body, and I don't like that. I wish there was something around. There could have been something around this belt. I don't know why they don't do that. So that's not great. Legs, and then ankles. The ankles on this guy are decent. Not much for outwards unless you really twist it quite a bit. Yeah. And then toe. Alright, let's get this guy into some poses. I'm an idiot. Turns out there is waist swivel right where I wanted it to be. It's just very tight. It's behind this bench here. So there's more ab crunch there. Or behind this bench, behind this belt. There's the waist swivel. So, I mean, it's still the torso, but at least it's a little bit extra so you can twist and twist. It was just like kind of locked. It was stuck to this guy, which actually floats, I see. That's actually going to be a problem for me in stop motion. I'll have to figure out how to lock that into place a bit. Anyway, a little bit better. All right, on to the poses. So a couple things as I get into giving this guy some poses. He's in a walking pose. You can tell that I'm partial to the angry face. I think that's how Wolverine should be. Mad. The claws are kind of weird, eh? I don't know if I don't think I like the strong, rakey garden claws. Or the long, rake garden claws, rather. I'd prefer some curve to them. Alright, so there's our man there. Not quite the plentiful accessory as I thought. So 3 sets of hands total. We've got the unmasked one that you can have hanging off his back, which I didn't bother with. Angry mask, neutral face, and then of course maskless. Yeah, pretty cool figure. I'm gonna have some fun making some stop motion with him. A few little gripes, so we'll see what else comes out in the next little while. I should fix his shoulder pad here. Better. Okay. Thanks for stopping by the Brick Garage again. More figure unboxing and reviews coming soon.